Hello, welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Hope you're all doing well and had a really great Thanksgiving holiday for those of you who celebrate. And I am so excited because today I have a very special guest with me. And some of you know that I belong to several different lugs. I belong to Sea Lug, I belong to Bay Lug, and I belong to Tricky Lug, which is a group that came about from the Tricky Bricks team of Flynn DeMarco and Richard Board. And hello, Spot the Magic Ninja, and hello, Hooded One. Good to see you here. And Rob Ketcherside, hello, ahoy hoy. And funny enough, that's the person who I have invited to be on the show today. And I've learned so much about him in the short amount of time. And Tricky what? Yeah, that's funny. So let me introduce to you my special guest for today, Rob Ketcherside.
Hello.
So many of you have seen Rob maybe at a Tricky Lug meeting where we meet the first Saturday of the month at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And for those of you who are interested in that, you can send an email, I think, to, gosh, I want to say, is it trickylug@gmail.com, I think.
That sounds right.
Which goes to Minifig Chick. And then you can get all the details for the Zoom call for that. But anyway, I've seen Rob many times on Tricky Lug. And I've also seen him, I think, once at a Sea Lug meeting. We were talking about that he said, I think I saw you at a Sea Lug meeting. You were the only one wearing a mask. I said, yes, that was me. That was back in, I think, February or March, right when
February.
The pandemic started. And I told Kevin at the time, I said, I will show up for the business meeting so I could get my point for showing up, but I am leaving right after that. But It was great. We were chatting about that. And some of you saw the photo that I posted as the thumbnail. And it so happens that Rob, who also lives in Seattle, he's my giftee for the Secret Santa, for the Tricky Lug Secret Santa. So I brought the gift over to him. This was supposed to be a Brickanista On The Move episode, but it's Seattle and it's raining. Surprise, right?
You did the move beforehand.
Yeah, we saw the weather reports, and I said, why don't I deliver the gift to you on Wednesday? And then that way you'll have it, and then you can open it on stream if I can't get out to you because of the rain. But so welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you here. And I'm wondering if maybe what we were talking about doing today was we're going to do a little bit of building and chatting. And I also, some of you may or may not know this, but Rob is a published author. And boo-hoo the rain, yeah. And here's his book. It's called Lost Seattle. And this was published in 2013. And he did all the research. He found all of these archive photos. He did all of the writing. It is his book. And when I mentioned this at a Sort Lug meeting, they were saying, did he write the whole series? Because there's Lost San Francisco, Lost Seattle, Lost Chicago, a lot of U.S. cities. I don't know. Do they do international cities too?
They actually did do some international, yeah.
They did? Yeah. So I think that the one that I'm looking at here, just this back page has all these different books that are in the Lost series. So his is Lost Seattle. There's Lost Boston, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, New York. So all the ones that are listed here are American cities, but it's good to see that they've also done some others. So
and I did not write the rest of them. I only wrote Seattle.
He just wrote the Seattle one, but I was so excited because one of the gifts that I got for him in his little Tricky Lug bag is that, I was shopping for a history book because he's big into history. And I saw his book and I said, I got to get this. And he signed it for me too. So in fact, when he was signing this, he said that he learned as an author, you have to sign a specific page too. Hey, Taro Knutinen, how are you? And Joel Marbella, good to see you. Las Vegas is still lost. Yeah, it probably is. But anyway, so I'm going to show you also some of the photos in my down camera of his book. So I thought maybe what we would do is we'd start by just chatting a little bit, because we can end with the gift reveal. I think that might be a good way to go.
Fun.
But and what I'll be building today is I'll be building the little ornament set from Lego, which has this snowman and this little reindeer. And I think you're going to be building a the set the new city set.
I got one of these ones, the Wilderness ATV.
Right.
I got it because it's got two little monkeys there. Is why
you got the monkeys in there. That's right. That's the monkey set. And now that I think about it, I may have built that set on stream. Okay. I remember the monkeys. So
I just built the set that you're doing right now. I just built that a couple days ago, and
this one.
Yeah, there's a I posted to Instagram because at the end they do this trick where they don't show you the knot you're supposed to tie. They like just suddenly there's a miraculous knot in the rope. So.
I remember that post, so that's good because you're on stream. You can walk me through it.
Yeah, I can talk you through a figure 8 bend. If that's
figure 8 knot. So I am going to do this on camera, and what I'll do is I'm going to. In fact, I should put this on my down camera. So I'm going to add my down camera to this.
Sure.
And we'll add Rob's down camera too. If you
get the just out of the way here.
Yeah. So, and we'll just chat a little bit about his book and a little bit about him. So you get to know Rob, and I get to know Rob too, because it's been interesting that I have been so lucky. I belong to 3 different Secret Santas this year, and they are all local. Even though they're international, I got all local people.
Oh, wow.
So the other one that I'll be meeting with came from Lego Space Geekess, and her and Princess Buttercup and one other person. So they've been doing this. And let me add yours to the stream.
Sure.
Okay. And because we're using cell phones, the only problem is StreamYard can't do full landscape mode, which drives me crazy. So here's the other
froze. Why did it freeze there?
It froze?
Yeah. Is it frozen for you?
No. Oh, your down camera just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it stuck like that? I can try.
I think you have to log in again.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, while he's doing that, let's talk about his book. let me
ask for access. Might work now.
Okay, no problem. So I'm going to just kind of highlight your book while you're doing that, because this is so beautiful. And some of you who know Rob, who has done a few builds, when I was flipping through this, you might remember Rob did a street clock build. And this, unfortunately, because it's StreamYard, I can't zoom in. So I have to just do a practical zoom by lifting this up. But you see that street lamp? And I said, when I was flipping through this book, when he, and I said, oh, that's the street lamp you did in Lego. And I just think these are beautiful. It's a shame that we don't have more of these. I know there's some cities that have kept them around, but it's
Seattle has about 7 or 8. I should know the exact number. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, okay.
Something like 7 or 8 left, and we're up there with the most in the world still. Back in 1932, there were, I think it was 40 at the peak, including there was one intersection downtown, 4th and Pike, where there were about 10 within a block of 4th and Pike. So
really,
So at one point, Seattle had this nickname of the City of Clocks, and
the City of Clocks.
More details in there. Yeah.
And Spot the Magic Ninja says that he remembers that too. That clock build that you did. Yeah, it was a great build. And hi, Mr. Dewey. Good to see you.
So if you look back in my Instagram feed, there's a studio render of when I first designed the clock, and then the initial build when I put together with pieces like the wrong colors, but then just recently I've finally finished rebuilding it in the right colors, and the thing is it's mini land scale, so it's quite large.
Yeah.
Near me here, do I? No, it's downstairs right now. So it's mini land scale. So what I'm working on is a mini land figure, and I was kind of stuck about how do I do the arms, and then I finally remembered that Steve Oakes is in Sea Lug. So I
Steve
emailed
Moves
him
is
and
the
got some
person.
tips, and then I'm working on that. So I'll post something to Instagram with my with a completed street clock with a it's going to have a ladder next to it, and then
nice.
the mini land figure will be up on the ladder doing repairs
Fixing it?
or yeah,
Oh.
fixing it.
And
Yeah.
according to your book, it said that this expired, these production of street clocks expired in 1932.
Right. Yeah, so there was this guy named Joseph Mayer in Seattle who made street clocks. Like we were one of the few cities in the world that actually created new street clocks.
Oh,
And yeah, so
wow.
after the 1910 or so, he started making them, and that's why we had so many. Is because he was making them and selling them to like all the jewelers downtown. So everybody who wanted to like have a big showy front would have a street clock out front.
A nice street clock. And it says here that Mayer came to Seattle at the age of 15 in 1883.
Right.
And I mean, it's just cool. I haven't read the whole book, but it's just been interesting. And you mentioned about the 1910, how they started building it. And so if you are interested in history and supporting one of your local, and he didn't tell me to do this, but if you're interested in supporting one of your local, Tricky Lug members, this book is amazing. I was so impressed. I mean, even the inside cover. So you see the inside cover has this map, which is very, very cool.
That was from the Library of Congress, yeah.
And that's what I was just going to ask you, that when you were doing the research for this book, you had mentioned to me that you had to find all the archive photos through the Library of Congress and some other local libraries and things.
Yep.
So how long did it take for you to do all that research?
So I researched and wrote the book between January and June. I finished it in 5 months.
5 months.
First contact, first conversation about writing the book until like final manuscript submitted was 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is something that was interesting to me, is this interurban railway. And the reason is I live pretty far north of where Rob is, and there's the interurban railway trail. And apparently this railway used to be the way that people would get from downtown Seattle to some of the resorts. I put that in quotes because it's now all suburbia up here. And this is the railway. And what's cool is he's got this shot of this rail car, and they use this as an icon on the interurban railway path. So if you are up here in a northern Seattle area, there is this entire interurban railway trail. So you have people hiking and also riding their bikes, and it's just really cool. And so when I saw this photo, I was just like, oh, wow, great. I get to read about the history of the interurban railway trail and the railway itself. And some of you may or may not know this, but I also used to be an executive director for the Southeast Association of Rail Shippers.
I didn't know that.
I have been in touch with a lot of rail people over the years. And so it's always fun finding that. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you, up at Alderwood Mall, there's a Lego store, right? So when I go to the Alderwood Mall store and take that Linwood exit, from the northbound exit from I-5, there's a park, like interurban trail park there that has one of the original interurban train cars on display.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just a little bit off the road. Take like a 5-minute break on your way to the Lego store. And from the Lego store, maybe.
I will look for that. And everybody in the chat is now saying you need to build this in Lego.
That would be cool. I haven't gotten into trains yet.
It would be cool. We do have a lot of trained people in C-Lug too. So somebody in C-Lug should also build this. And so there's a question from Joel who asks, did you get a chance to find Lost Tokyo while you were in Japan?
If you're asking about a book, I think there might actually be a Lost Tokyo in that series, if I remember right. I don't have a copy of it. While I was in Tokyo, I mean, that was one thing I enjoyed doing, was going around and finding like the remnants of old Japan. And a number of the books on my bookshelf back here are like old photo albums of Tokyo, or like there's a Tokyo Then and Now up on my shelf. And so I do enjoy finding the lost bits, the not quite lost bits, I guess, right? Because you can't.
Well, just the history is so much fun, and this one I'm really drawn to, which is the Kalakala.
That's right.
I kept calling it the Kalakala.
No, Kalakala.
Based on the name.
That's more of a Hawaiian pronunciation, isn't it?
Kalakala, but the Kalakala. So I practiced that before the stream. I said, you're not going to mess this up the way you pronounce it.
Maintain your
what a
Seattle
wicked boat, Ferry. Exactly, hooded one. This one was retired in 1967. And apparently it was in service in 1935, which is the height of the Depression, according to Rob. And it was just really interesting just looking at the shape of this ship. And you can see some of the passengers up on top and just these portholes. It reminds me of something, what was it, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, I don't think this actually submerged, right? It was just like a ferry on top of the water.
That's right. Yeah, it does look like a submarine, doesn't it? No, it was.
It looks like a submarine. And just even the way this door locks, it almost looks like it could be waterproof.
Or like some sort of Thunderbird spaceship, maybe.
Yeah. It was just super, super cool. And here's another photo of it retired, which is, it's a little not in its prime. And
that was until very recently. It was like that. Maybe 5 or 10 years ago, it was finally scrapped, and various pieces of it showed up different places around town. So if you do some Googling, you can find a part of it like in front of a cafe or something and go,
wow,
this is part of the Kalakala.
Yeah, so the Kalakala, just like I said, it was just really been fun looking at the photos. I've been reading little snippets. I plan to read the whole book. I've only had it for a couple days, so
one fun thing for me is that I wrote it super fast, right? And I wrote it basically. I didn't sleep because I was doing a full-time job at the same time.
Oh my goodness!
So I wrote it at night. And I don't remember most of the book. So like I'll have vague memories of like, didn't I write something about something? Then I'll go back and read what I wrote. It's like, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. Well, apparently I did know it, but I've completely forgotten.
And that's what's great is that since it's printed and it's yours and you can go back and reflect on what an amazing accomplishment this is.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I just wanted to mention, it's not just buildings and boats, but also teams. So here is the basketball team, the Supersonics. And what's interesting is, you know, he'll say either something was scrapped or retired, and you use the word dunked. Dunked in 2008. So I thought that was very clever too.
Thank you.
And I was looking for the Coliseum. That was the last one that I wanted. Oh, there's actually two more. So here's the Denny Hotel. I mean, this is, talk about the height of the Victorian era. This one, believe it or not, unfortunately was demolished in 1906. And I was just looking at this, and since everybody's talking about the Titanic, since this is a Lego stream, yes, everybody who's tuned in kind of midway is like, aren't we going to talk about Lego? It's like, well, yeah, we are. But since the Titanic is really big right now in the interiors, it's just all the detail that they put into the interiors of these hotels back in those days. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm really glad you captured that. And there was one more.
It would be cool to have a modular hotel of that, like a
that would be amazing if you have the time to put that together. I thought I had tagged this, but the last one I wanted to share with you is the Coliseum, which is is it the 90s? Okay, so I need to scroll up a little bit more.
Arena is when I said it was lost.
Yeah, the thing about the arena is that's now where the Seattle Kraken play. So they took the roof and they put the roof and preserved it. Here it is. Okay, so here's the Coliseum in 1994. It had been rebuilt, but I think it was in service in 1962?
Yeah, it was built for the World's Fair. Yeah, 1962.
Yeah. So if you see this building, that what they did is they are now using this building as of last year. So they did the renovations. So if you are going to do a version 2 of this.
Yeah. It's 3 now, right?
It's actually an arena, which it's called the Climate Action Arena, I think, or
Climate Pledge Arena.
The Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah.
And that's only in Seattle would we call it the Climate Pledge Arena.
Right.
And It looks nothing like the Lego Coliseum. That's right. It doesn't look anything like the Lego Coliseum. But this is where the Kraken play. And I'm wearing my Kraken shirt for this stream. And I wanted to mention, Rob, your phone is pointing up to the ceiling.
Oh, is it really? I got the wrong one. Let me do that.
Yeah, you need to change the view of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very very interesting.
And apparently, Joel is asking Hooded One if he could get a copy in the Netherlands. I don't know. You might be able to. There is an ISBN number. Here, I will put this up to the camera in case you want to take a screenshot of that or scan it. And you can always order it online. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, so anything that can ship from Amazon.
Yeah, or if you want to, maybe we should do something like, if you want a signed copy of this book, then we will have to figure out how to ship it to you.
Yeah, if you swing by my house, I'll sign it.
Yeah.
I don't know about shipping it right now.
Right. Or I might have to do something like that. Maybe you and I can talk, and if people are interested in that, maybe I can be like a reseller of Rob's book.
Or yeah, I can get them at a discount from the publisher. And then
you can. Okay.
Reship it.
Well, how many people in Tricky Lug can say that they're a published author, and what an amazing accomplishment. Now, do you have other books that you've also written?
That's the only book I've written. I write, if you search for my name on the internet, the thing that'll pop up is my website. So I do a lot of research and writing separate from that. I've written for local blogs, so that might come up as well, Capitol Hill Seattle blog. And then the West Side Weekly I wrote for a little while. And then I have my own website where a lot of it's at. And then also I'm president of the Capitol Hill Historical Society earlier this month.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome.
So write about Capitol Hill history as well. Yeah.
Well, I am so excited that I found this. It was at my local Barnes & Noble, and I was shopping for your gift, which he'll open soon. And there's applause from Joel in the chat. So yeah, you learned something new about Tricky Lug members, and I was so excited that I picked your name, or that your name was picked for me for this.
Yeah, and the other thing, real luck.
Well, the other thing that you mentioned in your description, because everybody got the feedback of what the person wants, and he said in his description, last year a Lego Master Season 2 person was paired with you. Yeah. And best of luck next year if you get in.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So who was that? Can I ask? It's either Moto or Don. So it had to be.
Yeah, Don made an ornament for me, like as a snowflake ornament. That's really nice. I didn't should have brought it up, but it's on my Instagram if you search back.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna add your phone now to the stream. And
it stopped again. I wonder what's going on with that.
Oh no, is it still stopping?
Like asking for permission each time or something? I don't know.
Oh no. Well, maybe you're gonna have to build it to the front camera.
Yeah, we'll see. Is it working now? Oh, it's working now. All right, we'll see if it stays on or not.
Well, I can make it bigger so you can see what he's doing.
Okay.
In fact, it's I was hoping that there was a way I could where we could still talk and just have our down cameras side by side.
Oh, you can't do that?
Well, the problem is, here, let me try a couple different layouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's me as the big the big screen. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best view.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just going to have to, I can't zoom in on this. This is one thing I prefer StreamYard. I'm sorry, Streamlabs, because I can do zoom ins, but I just have to do a practical zoom, just holding it up. So there's the stickers. So stickers for the ornaments. And I think in this case, I'm going to have to. It is ironic how I used to avoid Barnes & Noble because they were killing local bookshops. Now I'm buying from Barnes & Noble because Amazon's killing Barnes & Noble. So good for you, Joel. Here
are Amazon because of something else that's killing them, I guess.
And here's the little string that you were talking about. So you're going to have to walk me through So we'll have it on video, and when you walk me through how to tie an 8-knot before when
Sure, yeah, and it's that's not an official part. Like if you look in the inventory on Rebrickable, Bricklink doesn't have the inventory still, but on Rebrickable they don't even include that part. So unfortunately, it's not an official
kind of
Lego
a bonus
part.
then.
Yeah, it's just like a craft store kind of gold string, right?
Right. And this isn't, since it's a small package, it's not a booklet. It's actually one of these fold outs. And then let me highlight yours so everybody can see what you're working on too. And so you have the wildlife rescue.
Yeah, what's the full name of it? Wildlife Rescue ATV, I think is the name. I've done your tray method here.
Yes.
Open, right?
Yes, I was gonna just say, I'm so glad you did that.
I was gonna go get a tray, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's right. You use the box as a tray.
Use the box as a tray. We will convert more people. Friends don't let friends use push tabs.
Absolutely, yeah. And so this set, I had my eye. This whole animal series this year is really awesome. I really am impressed with all of the animals they've introduced this year. So I had my eye on this like when it first came out in the catalogs.
Right.
And then I finally picked it up here at the end of the year because my son's school does a giving wall in December. For like families that are not going to be able to get as many gifts for their kids, right?
Right.
And usually there's somebody who's a number of kids who are asking for a Lego. And so this one I bought a copy for myself and a copy for the giving wall. And I thought maybe I'd show some of the other sets that I've picked up to give to the giving wall as well, since there's nobody who could possibly be watching who could possibly get these gifts. So I think
okay, I've got you on full screen.
These are all pretty low cost sets. Here's the Beach Rescue ATV. It's got a little jet ski, and it's got a shark in there, right? And you get that vehicle. So it's got two vehicles and a shark. $10 US. What was that?
How much are they?
I think that one's $10 as well. Yeah. And then this one maybe is from last year. I've had this one around a little bit. This little airplane.
Right.
Another little $10 set. It comes with 2 minifigs. And then I got this one in my BrickCon stuff this year, so I'm gonna pass this one on.
Oh, nice.
Little firefighter.
Yeah.
What else do I got in this box? I've got another of the Beach Rescue. Oh yeah, this one. I've got the fire. What's called Forest Fire. Oh my gosh. There's a little race car, some sort of weird off-road buggy firefighter car with an owl. Oh, owl's over here. With an owl. Nice, right?
It comes with an owl. You had me at it comes with an owl.
Yeah. And I don't know what this is all about, but I seem to have a different language version. It says Clemens. Oh. I don't know what Clemens is all about. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I think we do get some French ones sometimes that are destined for the Canadian market.
And it's Clément. Sorry.
Clément. It may be Clément. Possible. Wow. That's awesome.
So then I've got a few of the video series one as well, and some other stuff that I've picked up. Oh, what else did I get here? Oh, this one too. This is a nice. These battle packs they have this year are really nice.
Oh yeah, the battle pack.
Battle pack, yeah. Awesome. Minifigs that are super cute, right? They got the stripes. This is one that has the girl with the unicorn shirt. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I can't see it on this screen, but okay, that's better.
It's a little bit out of focus. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah. That's okay.
It's got this unicorn shirt, which is really cute.
That would be something perfect for Crystal Star.
All right, so back to my my vehicle here.
Yeah, I'll put us all together now again. Yeah, so I'm and also Spot the Magic Ninja says box tray for the win. we will, and for 2022 we will have more people opening boxes like this. Actually, you might know the answer to this. Is there a retired airplane, like at a museum, where you could film a scene inside inside the plane? Or is there a film studio here that might be able to do
the
that?
Museum of Flight, I believe, has a fighter plane that you can get into the cockpit.
Oh, okay.
I have not been there in a while.
The reason why I'm asking this, for those of you
What
going,
kind of plane are you talking about? Like a commercial jetliner?
Well, yeah, what I was hoping for is I just need a scene where you show somebody sitting down at their airplane seat, pulling out a Lego set and opening it like a box. So they pull the tray down,
Right.
and then they open the box, pull it open, and start working on it.
Yeah,
so we're going to get more people.
The Boeing Museum of Flight down south of Seattle. They have.
Okay.
I know they have like an old. What's it called? The president's plane is called Air Force One. They have an old Air Force One plane.
So that's 747, right?
It may be a smaller one, an older one.
Okay.
And then they may also have a 747 on display as well, or at least like a fuselage.
Yeah, I don't need a lot of space.
Yeah.
And I'll just need to find an actor or somebody to hold a camera while I do the scene.
Right.
I mentioned this to Cass McClellan about opening different things as trays instead of boxes, and he goes, all this time I've been bringing poly bags with me when I travel, instead of a bigger set. I go, yeah, bring a bigger set with you and open it like a tray. Then you can do that. So I think we're going to start a trend. It's my new mission now.
But yes, it's useful for bigger sets to open this way as well. That way, when you stop midway, you can just set it in.
Exactly.
The problem is they don't open as easily this way sometimes. And
well, that's because they haven't designed it that way.
Yeah.
If Lego would redesign the packages so that you can open them like that, more people would do that, and they'd probably sell more product. But what do I know? All those minifig packs are on sale right now on Lego. Oh, cool. Well, especially right now, because in the United States, we have Black Friday, which apparently everybody looks forward to, which I could never understand. I don't like being trampled by people. I don't like
the doorbusters thing is really irritating.
Yeah. Right. So Hooded One, you'll be happy to see that I'm knolling. If Zach Martinez were here, he would be also proud of me doing that, because this thing came in one big pouch, and it's this other plastic that's not the same as the pull away. So you have to cut this open. So there's certain sets that you can't just pull away the
oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff on sale now. I hadn't noticed how much it got on sale.
Wow. Well, this is the time to buy.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're just going to do some quick builds, and then at the very end of this, Rob's going to open his gift. And the other thing that I did, you never know. Oh, okay, then it must be Zach Martinez. Zach Martinez knolls all the time. But anyway, at the end of this, we're going to open the gift, and this is the first time. So Rob is the first person to ever get a gift from me where I used this thing called a furoshiki. All it is a cloth that's in a square, and the Japanese do this for gift wrapping. And I said, I've thought about doing this over the years, but I've never done it. So I got motivated because I had to see you on Wednesday. So like Tuesday and Wednesday morning, I was busy cutting the fabric, sewing the fabric, ironing it, getting it all put together. So you're the first one to get a furoshiki wrapped gift from me.
Yeah, we can showcase that.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm very, very excited about.
Because this is my first time encountering these new axles. This is really interesting.
Here, let me highlight you.
You can see the
oops. Oh no, your camera dropped again.
Did it again?
Yeah.
I don't know what happens.
You might have to show your front camera.
Yeah, well, let's show you here.
Show your front camera.
There's these I'll get in front of my face so it focuses. So there's these new a dark gray piece where the axle attaches on.
And
does a rocking motion back and forth. So that's how the TV goes together, is it'll have two of them front and back. And then you can do turns, supposedly, like an action move.
The action, you'll be able to pull it back, and then you'll be able to pull back the ATV and then release it, because I think it has a pullback motor.
Oh, does it really?
I think so. I think if it's the one I'm thinking about, I may have built that set, because I remember the monkeys. Once you said monkeys, I was like, oh yeah, I think I've built that set. I'm pretty sure I have. So if it's either the pullback motor or it's the rocker, so then you can turn it one way, move it forward.
I think it's got the rocking motion, not the pullback. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can kind of turn around back and forth.
Right. Yeah, the pullback motion ones are really cool. So this is a great time for the chat if you have any specific questions for Rob, because he's my special guest today. And how long have you been an AFOL?
Yeah, so I came back into Lego through my son, and it's probably been 6 or 8 years now that he's been playing with Lego again. And yeah, so originally it was, so to begin with, it was really just, it was him and me. Like it was a play activity, right?
Right.
And we went to BrickCon with my wife as well, a couple times, and then I was working on something like a play set for him, and decided to, like I was talking with him, decided to show it at BrickCon.
Oh,
but it was him and me going to BrickCon and showing this thing. So like he was behind the table with me.
Yeah, that's the best part, is being part of the building staff, so you can go behind, the bollards and such.
Right, exactly. But it was still different. Like now I have a much different experience as an AFOL than I did then, because it was really, I was like a parent fan of Lego, not an adult fan of Lego. So like it was like I enjoy talking to people, so I had no problem meeting people and talking with them. But there's only a few people that I really made friendships with, and I didn't get to know most of the folks at the con. Like most of the stuff going on, I didn't have any connection with. It was really about me and my son showing something that we built to folks.
Yeah. So that, what year was that when you went there with your son?
Let's see. Let me look at my con badge set here. It says BrickCon 2017 at the bottom there.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't that long ago. That was only 4 years ago.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And then after I put this in chronological order. So I went BrickCon 2017, and then we showed again 2018 and 2019. It was more me, less him. And then I joined C-Lug after that. So after 2019, I joined C-Lug. That's about the time that you moved up here and joined C-Lug as well.
I did. I moved in 2019. Yeah.
And then the pandemic started. I think that's when I started watching Tricky Bricks. I believe that was after. The timing of the beginning of the pandemic is really tough to remember, but
we probably have a similar timeline. And then Hooded One says there's something coral up there on your list. Yeah, so if you show that again, we have the Tricky Bricks brick, which is the dark blue one. And then you have the Tricky Lug coral one, which came from Hooded One, who's in the chat. Yeah,
and it's perfect for me because there's this BrickCon set of bricks on the side. So having a 1x6 is really nice. I need another nice 1x6 to go next to it.
It's great.
You usually get 1x8s,
4 years ago seems like ages ago in the time of COVID. Well, since you were talking about your timeline, that I had registered for C-Lug or BrickCon in 2018. But I wasn't able to make it. And then 2019, I actually moved up here. I first went to BrickCon in October. Then I got evacuated from the fires. And then my friend had an extra room. And I just said, okay, I'm moving up here. Good vibes. Hey, Doc, how's it going? The card brick came from Hooded One. Yes. Yeah, the coral brick. Yes, it did. So I'm working on the snowman first, or snow person, because it's the head. We don't know if it's a man or a woman. So.
Yeah.
The snow, it should be snow person anyway, right? Because it's just 3 globes or 2 globes.
There's no anatomy at all.
Shouldn't be have any gender to there. It should just be, the snow people. I'm working on the snow person head. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. And then Rob, I think is your down camera back?
It might be back. It might not be back.
We'll see. Your camera keeps going in and out.
Frozen again.
This is what Rob's working on. Yeah. So he's working on.
Oh, it's working. There it is. Yeah.
It is working. Yeah.
Nice. I've gotten this far. I'm on page 21.
Yay!
It's tough to talk and build at the same time.
Yeah, we get to talk and build, and I am just really, really thankful. And this is the thing about Tricky Bricks, is that it's a very, very welcoming community. And we were just talking the other day about how it's very special, the people who've come into Tricky Bricks, and just the fact that you and I are actually local to each other, but yet didn't actually truly meet in person until now. Right?
Yeah, it was the same thing for me and Deneen. Like, I hadn't met her at the cons either. I still haven't met her in person. The closest is that I've been to her house to drop off a bunch of Mega Block that got sent on to her relatives.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still haven't actually met her.
Oh, well, Deneen and I met at BrickCon in 2019, and we've been friends ever since. And hello, Gary Mullane from Ireland. Good to see you. Yeah, we're working on. I'm working on Christmas ornaments, and Rob is working on the wildlife rescue set. And then Spot says hello from New York. So that's great. Yeah. No, so we were just talking about how special the Tricky Lug community is, and that this year I'm participating in 3 different Secret Santas, and all 3 of the people I got are local. So one of them is Lego Coffee, who goes by the name of Mark, who's in Shoreline, which is like 10 minutes from where I live.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. And then I'm not going to say the other person because she might be listening to this stream.
Well, that was dangerous for me. Is you kept on, like, I was watching episodes not live, like a day or a day and a half later, and you kept on mentioning the gift for me, so I had to keep on turning off the stream.
Yeah, I've been building your gift on stream for like the last, I want to say, month or so, because I've had to wait for parts and some other things.
Yeah.
So you have this special handmade gift from me on Lego. People who've been watching the stream know what it is because you've been watching. Hopefully, hopefully you the people watching know what it is, and I can't wait for you to open it. So yeah,
cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and like I said, we're just gonna build something real quick so we can get to know Rob better, and then we'll do the big reveal and see what he has to say. So, I will tell you, I built in 2 play functions into it. So you'll have fun with that. Hopefully with you and your son, we'll have fun with that little play function capability. But
yeah. So for Tricky Lug, one thing that strikes me is that, you and I had C-Lug, right? And you had previous Lug that you were connected with as well.
That's right. I belong to Baylug too.
Started doing like kind of unofficial Zoom events. I ran a couple since I had a pay account already.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who didn't have that even, right? And like that wasn't a regular thing, right? And it wasn't a full online community. It was just kind of a ad hoc.
It was kind of an ad hoc thing we were doing.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of people who weren't connected to Lugs, right? There's still a lot of people who aren't. But for Tricky Lug, I think that provided an extra support for many people.
Well, Debo is a good example of that. Debo is in Michigan, and there's no Lug where he is. And so Tricky Lug really is his way of being able to communicate with other Lug members and, like you said, get some support for that.
Yeah, it was really amazing to me how many people, had never been to a con, who weren't part of a Lug. I mean, really, I was only a member of C-Lug for a short while before, like I mentioned before. tricky before everything changed in 2019.
Yeah. Well, being in Seattle, we are spoiled because we have so many aspects that we have here that a lot of people don't. Like we have 3 different Lego stores. 3
Right.
Lego stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many lugs are there? There's like a train lug and a bionicle lug.
I think 7. Yeah. There's Women's Brick Initiative. There's Sea Lug, the Bionicle Lug. There's Arch Lug.
Right.
Arch Lug. I think Squatch Lug. Is that an official lug?
I'm not sure.
And Spot the Magic Ninja says Tricky Lug has been the closest thing I have to a real lug. Nothing in his area too. So yeah, exactly. So I think we are just very fortunate to have this really cool group of people who've come together. And I think what really helped build the community were the challenges that they were doing weekly challenges for a while. And they were one of the few people doing weekly challenges. Now everybody's doing challenges, it seems.
Right. And it was an important time too. Like for me, it gave me a structure of here's something to do this week. Right.
Exactly.
No stress. Like if I fail, I fail. If I don't show something, I can still see what other people built. Right. And even if I build something that's mediocre, people are going to be supportive about it. Right. So
that's the key is that it's a very supportive community, and we have Flynn and Richard to be grateful for pulling this all together. And it's an international group too, because I've been and the other thing I wanted to mention, maybe people don't know this, that you and Chris Chalice, who met through Tricky Lug, have this also another connection. So, and that's through the Boy Scouts, right?
Yeah, exactly. So both he and I are Cub Scout leaders. Like he mentioned that during one of the streams or something that he had
Tricky Lug meeting
to go to a hike or something. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then so we got to talking, and we've had now 2 different Zoom meetups between his pack and my pack. And
that is so cool.
It's been really fun. Yeah.
That's so cool because you two probably would not have met if it wasn't for, first of all, Lego, and then Lego connecting you through Tricky Bricks.
Tricky Bricks, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something I want to show here. This is really cool. Okay. On my down cam, you can see
down camera?
The back license plate of the see if I can get it in. The back license plate of this ATV is one of the like the special ones. You know how some people just have like the blue and white or whatever.
Yeah.
Then people buy like the special like state of Washington or state of California plates, or like save the environment, or like share the road, or
share the road.
Those different license plates. So this ATV has one of those on the back, and that's
very cool.
What an interesting use of a printed tile.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, and thank you for highlighting those special things in your build, because I think that's something. Yes, connection through Lego.
Some extra effort there. I think it's really cool. Like they spent their printed tile on that. But yeah, Tricky Bricks, Lego. It's been a lot of fun over the last couple of years. Like sometimes it was like the only fun thing.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, kind of going back to what Joel was saying, that it's hard to believe that already it'll be almost 2 years in just a couple months.
Yeah, it's coming up on 2 years.
And now we have Omicron variant. How fun is that?
Not excited. Well, I was telling you when you came over that my son is, he's finally getting vaccinated. He's in the age group just now getting vaccinated. And so we're really looking forward to going to the Lego exhibit that's here in Seattle. The what's it called? Brickman exhibit.
The Brickman exhibit.
Yeah. And that'll be in a couple weeks, just in like 3 weeks or so, we'll be able to go to that. And I'm super excited. And I know that things aren't fixed, and that there's going to continue to be new risks and everything, but to be able to do some normal things again,
something you can do,
is going to be really fun.
I'm so thankful that my brother had COVID, and so this was a year for Thanksgiving that we really had a special time. And Joel says, I want you to know that y'all gravitated towards Tricky Bricks and not one of the other streaming communities.
How did I come to Tricky Bricks? So I didn't. I started off watching Boone's streams. Because of Lego Masters, I started watching his stream. So it must have been after it ended, that's my guess. I don't remember. And then there was one episode where Flynn and Richard were on as special guests. And then he said, hey, let's get somebody else on this stream, I remember. And then they said, oh, we have this guy that you should try calling up. Oh, he's in the chat right now. And then Moto joined. And that was the first time that Moto was, I think, maybe in a stream. Or maybe he said he was in one previously. That was the first time I saw him for sure.
But he was on Boone's stream before he was on Tricky Bricks stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't actually join into Tricky Bricks until they were already over onto YouTube. I didn't watch Instagram. I didn't really use my Instagram much back then. And then, so I started watching I think they were streaming very frequently is what it was. Like they were doing daily or almost like 5 or 6 times a week.
Yeah, they were I think they were 5 times a week when I started watching them.
Yeah, so it was easy to find them. Like whatever day it was I was free at that time, I could join in,
Yeah, and they were also streaming at 10 in the morning, which works out really well for a lot of people on the East Coast, also on the West Coast. And Spot the Magic Ninja also found them through Boone's stream as well. And also when Moto went over too. So, and then Hooded One says, Omicron is not that scary when vaccinated. You only get flu-like symptoms. Okay, that's good to know. I'm going to step away for a moment to get some Windex so I can put these stickers on. So feel free to chat with the chat.
Yeah, I'm interested in watching this. I don't actually use Windex, so I want to watch a live demonstration. So here's a fun thing that I think about this set as well. Here's another one. Is that not only do you get these, I'm going to try the down cam over here. Not only do you get these monkeys, you get 2 pieces of poo. So you get to have monkeys that are, see if I can get it on their hand. Oh, their hands are bigger than a minifig hand. Oh, that's unfortunate. They can't hold the poo. They're supposed to be throwing poo at you, right?
Did I just hear him say the really wonderful thing about this set is you get 2 pieces of poo?
Yeah, well, it only shows 1 on the box, so I'm here to tell you, you get an extra piece of poo.
Your down camera just went down again.
It went off again. Sorry, I'll show
so here, we'll show the front camera. Okay, you heard it right here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. 2, not just 1, 2 pieces of poo. And it's funny you mentioned that because we have a joke too about Thanos poop.
Right, I heard that. Yeah, that was before I went off the stream. Yeah,
I got to get a plate. I'll be right back. Yeah,
I'm getting close to being done with it now. I just have a few pieces left finally. Hold down these branches.
So our whole joke is, and then I did go back to the streams to see when we first referenced Thanos poop. And it was the mock improv where we had to build Thanos in a litter box using the Thanos mech set. And it was Lena's build. They put a purple ice cream scoop underneath Thanos's chair. And that was the first reference to Thanos poop. And then when I just built the Santa sleigh, which they don't call the Santa sleigh, they call it building toy.
Well, I think all of them say building toy down below. It's just like missing a name for some reason. It's really strange.
I think they don't want it to be religious specific.
I guess, but then they have a Santa's visit the same year. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I can't explain it. Yeah.
I think they're just trying to be a little bit more inclusive is my guess. Okay, so you said you've never seen the
Windex technique.
The Windex technique.
Good.
All right. So first, this is how I do it. I put it onto a tray of some sort with a Q-tip, and then I don't have a brick separator, so I'm going to use the edge of this pair of scissors, and I lift up the sticker by pulling the sheet back
Yeah.
And then I put it onto the edge of the
yeah.
So it sticks like that. Okay. So I'm now I put on the Windex just with the Q-tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I might have to put it
I
a
can
little
totally see it.
higher.
Looks totally fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
You don't need to
because this next step I'm gonna have to get closer to me.
Stay comfortable.
Yeah, but then you just lay it down. And see, the other thing about this is in the instructions, they tell you to put the sticker on first and then put the piece down. But it's better if you put the piece down first and then you put the sticker on.
Oh, right. Yeah. Anytime that it's an exposed.
Yeah. It's crazy that Lego still does that. Especially the car sets. The car sets, they tell you to do that. And that's where you really have to be precise to line up the lines.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Well,
so there you go. There's
this set, it's not a big deal. It's just helping you get alignment, right? It's helping you get it just the right spot. But on the sets where it has those clear stickers, then that's a big deal because you don't end up.
That's a big deal, yeah.
Right?
And they said too, I think Holly mentioned this in one of the chats when she was on Tricky Bricks, that sometimes the Windex isn't good on the clear stickers because it could give it like a cloudy look.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't looked at it that carefully, so yeah.
Interesting. Well, I have one more thing to share here about this set. I'm almost done with the set, but what I've just noticed about these monkeys, and there's 2 monkeys out this year. This is the tan one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this applies to both of them, but this one has a pink butt. There was really no need for them to give it a pink butt, but they went out of their way to put the stud, the anti-stud on the bottom is a little pink part.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to look for my monkeys. You're now going to have people, thanks to this stream and thanks to Rob Ketcherside, who are going to go out and check out their monkey butts.
See if everybody has a pink monkey butt. And then,
does your monkey have a pink monkey butt?
And again, the one design miss I'm going to call out here. One thing I'm going to zonk is going to be the fact that you can't put poo in the monkey's hand. Because that's just the basic. That's just the basic of monkey storytelling. You know,
we are learning a whole new side of Rob Ketcherside today, of his fascination with monkey poop and being able to throw monkey poop.
Yeah.
So here's my the eyes now that are on for the snowman.
Nice.
And yeah. So now they can be placed onto there.
So yeah.
The face.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then the sticker will be and I'm a slow builder, so if you wanted to, since you're done, we could have you do the big reveal of the.
Oh yeah, I can get my camera working again. I'll show the ATV though; it's finished here. So this is what the ATV looks like, and it's got these rocking wheels, so you can drive around, turning, a little more action playset. And it's got a drone that pops off the back.
That's awesome. I like how you're actually giving sound effects too.
He doesn't have a remote control for his drone, so I think that's where the monkeys need to throw poo at it to make it land again.
Oh, okay. We're back to the monkey poop again too.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do something. Hold on a second. I forgot a step. Go back and see what I missed. Oh, that's weird. I don't know where it is. I've got an extra 2 pieces, and it's never a good thing. Oh, there it is. He's supposed to have a little grabber that goes onto the front of the ATV that he uses to grab the scorpion.
Oh yeah. With the set. So that they can pull things out of tight spots.
Well, also he's got this blue scorpion that comes in his
Oh,
he doesn't want to grab that with his hands. Yeah.
No, definitely not.
From the scorpion.
Yeah. Save the monkeys, or the monkeys can just throw the monkey poop at the scorpion and have it go away.
Not sure where it's working.
And then here's I'm just going to spotlight my down camera for a moment.
Nice.
There's the face of the snowman. And then Lena's here. You started watching and heard monkey poop.
Sorry.
Interest. No, don't be sorry.
I think it's all PG. So.
Well, no, it's all good. Poop. You can say poop. Don't say the S word.
Okay.
You can't say the S word.
So now you're entering into the steps of the set where there's actually no steps. They just like have this magical spin that the instructions go through.
Yes, I see that.
They expect you to just understand what's happening. And it has, like, the next 2 steps are just rotate. You're just supposed to turn it, and then something magically happens.
Well, the other thing is that maybe before we have you open the gift, you can do the magic knot. You can show me how to do the magic knot.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do that or not.
Oh, you can't talk me through it?
No, I had to look it up. If you search for figure 8 bend, you could find it. But you don't have to do a fancy knot. You can just do a regular, like, tie a little half square knot or half granny knot.
So here's the final ornament, and they use this axle extender. So that's what you use for hanging it. It is a little heavy, though. I will say for an ornament, it is a little on the heavy side. And
the string is quite long, actually. So that's one thing you got to think about when you tie the knot, is that it's already kind of a big ornament. And you know, if you've got like a noble fur or something, you can make it the full length, like they say. But you probably want to tie it down halfway or something so that it has more space, you know?
Yeah.
Less space between the branches.
Well, it's, because if it's really tall, because usually you put your heavy ornaments on the bottom. At least that's what I've been told. You put your heavy ornaments on the bottom.
Oh, that's a good point. We had a cat growing up, so I never put anything at the bottom. We had a cat that would race around. You know, during Christmas time, we would give it catnip, and then it would just race around and knock everything off the bottom. So I don't put anything at the bottom. Yeah.
So the Lena's saying Thanos poop is a thing. Yes, you started it actually, Lena, with the purple poop. And then I've continued the Thanos legacy with the gold swirl that came from the Santa's sleigh. So now we are going to have to blanket the internet with hashtag Thanos poop. And in fact, I'll put it in the chat. So this is going to be, that's going to be a thing now. So thank you, Lena, for starting that trend. Okay, so instead of me building the reindeer, maybe we should have you open your gift.
Yeah, I'm getting the camera ready here. See how long. I don't know what's going on. I haven't used StreamYard before, so I'm not sure what's going on. Probably it's like a timeout happening.
Yeah, it might be a timeout
or something. So as long as we don't take too long, I think that we'll be able to.
Okay, well, we'll focus on you. And let me see how I can do this, because what's going on, girl? All right, I'm going to put my down camera in the... Shh. What is it? What is it? You hear something outside, girl? I think now that she's become more comfortable here, she's becoming more vocal.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think too. So the camera should be working now. Does that look right?
I think is it pointing to your desk or is it pointing to the ceiling?
I thought that I had to go the right way. Maybe not. Oh, it looks like it's
and yes, you will be. It is an honor for you to be remembered for Thanos poop. And hello, puppy. Yes. All right. Let's see. Is this your down camera or that's your top?
Give me a second.
All right. That's the ceiling. Yep. So now reverse it. Okay. I think you're set. All right. So let me give this full screen there. What is it?
And then did you want me to do the bag first? Or which one do you want me to do?
Do the paper bag first.
Okay.
And I'm going to put all of us here like this. So then we can see you can see me, and you can see the down camera. And yes, Sarah, everybody's saying hello to you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one did you say? The paper bag?
Yeah, the paper bag. Since everybody is saying hello to Sarah. Que sera. Hello. She's okay, so you have a letter there.
Start with that or start with the contents?
Yeah, you could start with the letter, I think. Yeah. So, and
let's do the action open here on camera.
Action open there.
Can't do it off camera. I don't have a letter opener. So this is my
it's okay.
way. Sorry about that, everybody. People are worried about paper cuts probably right now. Got a nice Snoopy card.
Yep, Snoopy card. So I know that Joel, who's in the chat, that Joel has been working with the Charles Schulz Museum too on some things. So are you going to be okay, girl? Okay, so put your face in the camera so we can see your reaction.
Oh, sorry. Slid off. I'm just reading through. Do you want me to read it out loud or not?
It's up to you. I don't think I wrote anything personal in there. So.
Nope. You were just saying there's some goodies in the bag for me and my family, and you mentioned the furoshiki Japanese wrapping that we'll see next.
Yep.
And then said you were looking forward to hosting me on your channel, which this is the first time that I'm doing a YouTube stream, which folks may have noticed a little bit of rough edges.
Oh, it's okay.
I lose my camera occasionally, for example.
All right. So now I'm going to focus on the down camera for a little bit. So I use that sustainable little shredding.
Yeah, it's all paper.
It's all paper, so it's not that plastic stuff.
Uh-oh. We've got Hello Panda Vanilla. Nice. Meiji's the second best manufacturer of candy in Japan. I like Morinaga the most, but only because there's certain candies that Morinaga makes that's just awesome. But Meiji is awesome, and Hello Panda is a great candy.
Yeah. Well, and put your face in the camera again, because
Haribo, sorry, I can't do two.
So one of the things that you had on your list was you like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah,
you'd rather have me put in there something that I like.
You did great choices. I like all these. Haribo.
The thing is, I can't eat those Meiji candies anymore, the Hello Panda ones, because I'm a vegan now.
Oh, right.
So you get to enjoy them. I get to live vicariously through you.
And even more important, my son enjoys those. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
This is fantastic paper. Look at this Lego mini figurehead wrapping.
And that came from Citizen Brick.
Oh,
so when Citizen Brick wraps things, they put it in that. And this is the book I was telling you about. This is a history book.
Seattle Walk Report.
Here, I'm gonna.
I actually don't have this book.
I didn't think you did.
But
if you open it up, it almost could serve as a coloring book too, because it has these drawings in there.
Mm-hmm.
So if your son wanted, I don't know how you feel about books, but if you wanted your son to also use it as a coloring book, you probably could.
Perfect. Yeah, and I actually follow them on Instagram. They have an Instagram account that's really good. I think this stuff all went to Instagram first. Mm-hmm. And there's something, I can't remember if they sent me a question or what it was. I feel like I have a little bit more of a deeper connection than just following them on Instagram. Like maybe they asked me, or maybe they tagged me in something. I can't remember.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm definitely very aware of Seattle Walk Report. And I've been thinking about this book, but don't have it. So thank you very much.
Yay! That was on his list too, is that he likes history books and history.
So that survey was crazy this year. It was just
very detailed survey.
Yeah, it was like just send an ornament to somebody. I was like, okay.
Right. Last year was just send an ornament. This year,
learning what interests they were helped focus what kind of ornament. I learned that my recipient liked classic monsters, classic Universal monsters, and so I made a Dracula face
cool.
ornament that you could hang year round or just on the Christmas tree. But this year, it was all those questions, and it was like, oh my gosh!
What's your favorite holiday? What food do you like to eat? Do you want to have people send you food?
Right. Like, what's your? What's your white whale piece? I'm like, I don't. There's a reason I haven't bought that. I think I can't make the justification to spend that much money on that piece, so I can't expect somebody else to spend that much money on. For me, it was the I don't know if you remember. I put down the light gray minifig helmet. You know, the classic helmet, which only came out in a couple of town sets. That has the thin bar.
I can tell you did not get that. so you didn't get any of your white whales, but
that was my
I'm gonna put this one.
I haven't opened it, but I assumed you hadn't gotten that because I would not get that for myself.
So this is a furoshiki wrapping, which is just a fabric square. Essentially, it's a double-sided fabric square. And so for those of you who've been following my stream, you know what this is inside. So I told Rob to have it facing him with the ribbon towards him.
Oh, towards me.
Yep. And then he's going to open it that way. Yeah. So.
And
we need your face in the shot again.
Oh, what is it? Lean back this way.
Lean back. Yeah, there you go.
What is in there?
What's in here?
We'll see.
So you see how it just folds open like that?
Folding open. Still can't see it.
It's definitely a Lego build. I hope it held together.
And here we go. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah,
that
so
is awesome. That's a little.
It's a 3-way build.
Santa
so you
delivering presents.
You have Santa delivering presents there, and on the back there's a lighted brick, so you can see that the lighted brick will light up the fireplace.
Oh, if I reach back here.
Yeah, you can turn it.
There it is, lighting up the fireplace. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And then if you turn it around, you'll see that that's the outside of the house.
Lost the Christmas tree.
Yeah, sorry, the Christmas trees don't clutch very well.
Yeah, if you push on them from the top.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the outside of the house. Nice. And I gave you a little penguin too.
Awesome, thank you.
Somebody said, "Why did you give him a penguin? Those penguins are like expensive." I go, "It's a penguin."
Penguins are your thing. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so go back to the front, and you'll see there's a little latch there.
Yeah.
Okay, so open the latch.
Something inside.
Yeah, something inside. Yeah.
Locked. I don't have the key for the lock.
You pull it up. You just pull it up straight up.
I got to pick the lock here.
Yeah, you got to pick the lock. Okay. Yeah, pick the lock. Okay. And then gently open it. And
and it's Santa in the summer.
Yeah, it's Santa at the beach.
At the beach.
You said you liked Santa.
It's a year-round. Yeah, exactly.
It's a like a year-round Santa build.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
Oh, and he's got a little, what's it called? The sailboard. You got a sailboard.
He's got a little surfboard, and there's a little, I think, a lobster or a crab on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding a little like wine goblet, so he's chilling on the beach,
enjoying himself on the beach.
Yeah. So then this is something new I've started doing. Are these 3-in-1 builds using those books from the as a Disney storybook line? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Princess storybook line. So so it's just sometimes the clutch might be a little janky on there, but
I like how the trees are perfectly flat. Like they have a lot of space when you open it up. Like it looks good as a backdrop, but then they also are so flat that you can close the book up.
You can close the book up.
Yeah.
And then the other play function. So I staged this so that Santa is putting the gifts around the tree.
Oh, and you've got your. Is that the Spice Pirates painting on the wall in the background?
Oh, actually, it could be, but that tile on the wall is from the Pirates of Barracuda Bay.
Oh, wow.
So the Pirates of Barracuda Bay had that ship in one of the galleys.
Oh, my gosh.
But the other play function is if you take Santa and if you turn him diagonally, he'll drop down the chimney too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you have to flatten him out, so you have to take Santa.
Can he hold the book or the bag? Or
no, the bag he can't hold. So I have him throw the bag down first, and then he comes down the chimney.
Bag goes down first.
Yeah, and then if you turn him diagonally, he should drop down the chimney too.
Oh gosh, this might be a Gremlins reenactment here.
There you go.
There, you made it.
So you'll have, and then the other detail I put on there is I put 3 stockings over the mantle.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yep.
And so that's because I asked you how many people you have in your family, so I wanted to make sure I customized it for you too.
Son, my wife, and me. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice comfy
You're
chair
welcome.
that
Here,
you can. Oh, look at those cookies too.
I'm gonna give you the down cameras full so you can show
These
people.
nice.
And you said
sprinkle.
your favorite color was medium azure.
Yes.
So I made the couch medium azure for you.
Uh-huh.
And at least portions of it. I couldn't get all the pieces I wanted, but
And my stocking.
yeah, and your stocking is medium azure too.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, and Dawn, she did the snowflake in medium azure last year as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Which again, I at one point it occurred to me that I should bring it up to because it'd probably be worth mentioning, but I didn't. But it's totally on my stream. So if you go to it's just my name, rob.ketcherside on Instagram, and go back to last December. Only recently have I been posting much, so it's easy to go back a year, and you can find Dawn's.
I'll look for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so proud of myself when I found out she was going to be on Lego Masters. I was like,
Yeah. You
I
said,
an
I've
ornament
got
made by a
one from a
contestant
Lego
on Lego
Master.
Masters. Now, maybe I've got a 3-in-1 Santa build. You know, if giving me a Secret Santa gift is a predictor of being on Lego Masters, then maybe I've got another one.
I don't plan to apply for Lego Masters, so
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I told people I've already applied twice and they said no.
Oh,
So yeah. For who knows why? They don't tell you why. They just say they just don't. In fact, what they do is they ghost you. So they ghost you and they don't give you feedback, and then you find out when somebody else has gone on the show.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, the best way to get the results you want is to tell people what results you're looking for, right? So if you were to, if you apply for a job and don't know what the criteria are and they don't tell you why they didn't select you, there's nothing you can do to improve your chances the next time, for example. Right? And same thing, like if you're putting out a bid for a contract or something, right? If you don't tell people what the criteria are that you're going to select the winning bid, good luck getting the right application.
All kinds of applications, yeah. But I'm actually happier doing the commentary because Yano and I did the commentary for the second half of the year for that series. Because she started with Remy.
I only saw those episodes with Remy. I didn't watch unfortunately I wasn't able to call in or watch the rest of them live. Yeah.
I have them on my playlist. You can watch them on my YouTube playlist.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch those. I saw the thumbnails.
Well, I'm gonna finish the other one off stream, but I finished the snow person head. And it is adorable. I will say that these are adorable. And maybe actually I might build the reindeer on another stream. Maybe I'll do that on my Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Later tonight.
And I think that those came out last year. I believe that they're dated 2020.
Yeah.
And last year I was making a lot of ornaments. Like the build to give, push to make ornaments. We had, maybe it was Tricky Bricks had a challenge for ornaments, I think, last year. I just remember making a bunch of ornaments. And when I saw those, I was kind of not interested. I was more interested in what I was building. But this year, I was happy to buy one and have another thing to build kind of on the lead up to the holidays here.
Well, since you mentioned that, I'm going to make this real quick. But,
oh my gosh, A.L. Suarez noticed Unchi-kun back there. Yes. From Dr. Slump. Yeah, thank you. I showed that at BrickCon 2019.
So, so thank you, everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. And yes, that is, as you mentioned, what is it? Dr. Slump.
Dr. Slump, yeah.
And he says the Dr. Slump poop. Is there also a poop?
It's a poop. This character it's a pink poop is what it's
called.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be
about you and poop.
The same shape as the monkey poo, that little ice cream swirl.
Yes.
This I don't know if this is the actual origin of that character, but this is one of the earliest ice cream swirl poop characters. Yeah, a little bit of poop history there.
And Joel says that he's exhausted his build to give creativity. No, you have not. You last year, if you remember, Joel did the little ornaments based on that caterpillar and then he would put something in between. But this year you have to do a star.
That's I haven't done a star yet. I'm planning to do one still. I haven't done one yet.
Well, one of the things that I have here is I just put this together. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. So those are the hashtags. Hashtag build to give. And then also PT McEwen and I are talking about build a brick ornament. So hashtag build a brick ornament. So any ornament, it doesn't have to be a star, but if you want one for build to give, it has to be a star. So we've been talking about doing this for December, and we're probably going to do a review maybe December 15th. We're still working out all the details, but anyway, thank you again, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
For being on the show, and I'm so glad. I was so excited because the furoshiki worked out perfectly, and even the way you unwrapped it and how it all came together, I was just so excited. So I'm super glad.
Yeah, and everything stayed together underneath it, which is it had to do a bunch of taping and everything. It would have been difficult to get. And
that's why I didn't want to ship it to you. It was like, oh, good, he's local. I can just drive it over there and hand it to him.
Right, and I can reuse the cover now.
That's exactly why I'm starting to think this is going to be my new trend, is doing more sustainable wrapping and other things. And so Lena was just mentioning that the Digimon had a poop character, and Bobobo had a guy with a poop head hat with ice cream.
Lena's even more hardcore than me. Wow.
Wow.
So here's another poop reference in the video game Bubble Bobble. One of the special items that appears is a little pink poop as well.
Well, what's funny is that I had no idea that this whole poop thing was a thing that you are into. So because we have been talking about Thanos poop, hashtag Thanos poop, as kind of something we're going to keep moving in the trend. But this was just a delightful surprise, I will say.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of strange nooks and crannies in my personality.
Hey, you never know. But and also, once again, for those of you who didn't see earlier, this is the book that Rob Ketcherside had researched and written, and it's a beautiful table book. I'm really glad that when I saw that other book that I got for you, that this one was on the shelf, just like two shelves down, and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's Rob's book! I got to go get that." So yeah, I'm so excited to be able to read this. This is such a gift that you've given to the whole city and to the world, really, for people who want to know more about Seattle. It's really wonderful.
Appreciate that. And you gave me a really fantastic gift, and you put a lot of time and energy and creativity into it. And this is going to be a great addition to our little growing Lego holiday display.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you like it. It was fun to build. And even people in the chat would give me suggestions too. Like one of them was, you should put logs in the fireplace. And then I found the lighted brick like a week after that. So I put the lighted brick in, and it looks amazing when you light it up. And it was just like,
it's a fantastic fireplace.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you like it.
And the garden arch in there and everything. Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Thank you.
Well, thanks again. And Rob, I'm so glad to get to know you better, not just through C-Lug, but through Tricky Lug, and now in this conversation. And now you have a gift, and I got to try out the furoshiki thing, and really feel even more special that I have this signed copy. And as you know, Seattle is like my adopted city now because I've been here for 2 years, but I absolutely am very thankful for our friendship. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. And for those of you who, what's that?
So thank you to everybody on the chat.
Yeah. Thank you everyone in the chat. Yeah. So we have Lena, we have Joel, we have Spot the Magic Ninja, Taro Knutinen, Hooded One. Everybody, Doc Sampson was here too. Everybody who's been hanging out with us, we really appreciate it. It's been so much fun just chatting about all different kinds of poop. Who would have guessed? We talked about history too, about Lost Seattle, which was a lot of fun. And we got a chance to talk about furoshiki and gift giving and doing that in a sustainable way. So all of that was just so much fun. So thank you again. If you liked the stream, please push the like button, a thumbs up, and subscribe. I couldn't believe it. I'm actually up to 252 subscribers. But the shocking thing is I have 2,000 hours of viewing. So for YouTube, you have to get to 1,000 viewers or subscribers and 4,000 hours. So I'm like halfway there with 250 people. So I said, okay, I can do this. So I'm gonna keep doing this.
Awesome.
Thank you everyone for being a part of this. As you know, you're watching the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch, which I'll be doing later tonight. So I think I'll work on this reindeer, and I've been working on Rorschach prints. So I think I'm going to continue on my Rorschach print tonight. And if you want to send any fan mail or any little note, this the Brickanista Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington, 98103. So thank you again, everybody, and especially Rob. It's just, this has been a fun stream, and I've learned a lot too from you about, like you said, your quirkiness of your personality, which I absolutely love, and how Tricky Lug has been a big influence to you in many facets of your life.
Yeah,
so
thank
anyway,
you.
So
thanks
great.
for continuing the stream. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Watch.
Yeah, and this is also another person, first time on a YouTube stream. And I think one thing that I've noticed is that I really like to highlight people who, you don't hear about. I think it's great that people are getting to know you better. So that's great. Well, cool. And if you can hang around after the stream is over, we'll chat some more. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, I don't have my big sticker with me, but I have a little sticker with me. Oops. May the clutch be with you. Take care. All right. Bye, everyone. See ya.